We'll be fine. Yes. So BJ is here.
Oh, what's up?
Hello.
You can see me?
I can. I'm so
What's
excited to have you here.
Sorry, people outside think I'm talking to them. How you doing, chef?
I'm doing okay. Guys, we have people on now. We have about 17 people now. This is BJ Dennis Benjamin. He's from Charleston. He's an amazing chef. He inspires me so much. I recently met him, I think about a month ago. I was in Charleston. And
Yes.
I learned so much. That trip was so inspiring. Unfortunately, I came back to Ghana. I couldn't apply everything I learned because of everything that is going on now. But it was an inspiring trip. And I'm really excited to do this with you today because I believe there's so much I'll learn also from you. We have questions for you. And please, people, like, we're here for questions. I want to learn. Help me ask. So, BJ, tell me, who is Chef BJ Dennis?
That's a good question. I'm from Charleston, Gullah Geechee. Honestly, just a person who just love culture and love our roots and our heritage and, you know, where we come from and the ancestral lineage. I love everything about us people in African diaspora and just love our culture. And, you know, it started here in Charleston because, you know, we held on to a deep amount of our culture that came with our enslaved ancestors from West Africa. So, you know, and I'm a chef. I love to cook. That was always there too. So, you know, that's such a deep question. But I'm a brother who loves my culture, love our history, love our people, and I love to show that through food.
Awesome. Also, you were recently in Africa because one thing I know before even meeting you, I noticed that you love like the continent so much. You're inspired by the continent, everything African and everything motherland. You're always so connected to, always promoting it. And you were recently in Senegal. I would really want you to tell us a bit more about that trip because I know you went to Senegal and also Gambia. I really would love to hear about that trip and also the connection between the Gullah experience to what you experienced in West Africa.
You see me smiling, right? Because it makes me smile. Just so because it's almost like you going. It's almost like you going back to a place where obviously you've been separated so long, right? But it's I can't even describe it. I tell all my brothers and sisters here in the state, in the West Indies, South America, you have to go. You have to go to West Africa. I really can't explain it because if it just it doesn't feel different.
Wow.
It's just something that's similar that you never. It's something new that's similar to you. You feel what I'm saying? It's like this is like, wait a minute, this feels very similar. Like I've been here before. You know what I'm saying? And like I was in Senegal, like the whole rice culture, like how, you know, it was many folks taken from the different rice regions throughout West Africa that made this city and made the U.S. very rich. So to come back, to go to be in Casamance in Senegal and with the beautiful people and seeing these rice dishes that resonate so dearly to me because it's so similar to what we do here because it came from a certain place, you know, and that goes back to the continent. So it's just, you know, words really can't describe the feeling because you just got to be there. I just you just got to go. You know, you got to go and you got to go into the village. You got to go with the people. You know, you just can't do the tourist thing. You got to get a connection to somebody there to take you around. You can get a real feel because it's a feeling that, you know, really, truly ain't really different than.
Wow.
It's just something
interesting that you said. Because I remember before leaving Charleston, you gave me a particular rice. Do you remember the broken rice you gave me? And you know, in Senegal and Gambia, that's the same rice they use for their benichi or chepche, however you
Yes.
prefer to call it. How did that feel for you? Like, how did that feel when you were in Senegal preparing? Because I saw all your videos, you preparing chip. How was that for you?
You know, it made me realize that we need to. It was deep, just because the fact that that rice and the knowledge of rice that came from those regions to make this city and this country very, very profitable, very rich, came from the knowledge of our ancestors and the women particularly. And it made me realize, you know, the lack of respect that we still not given for what we've done for this country and what the continent of Africa in general have done for civilization. And it gives me a little more, gives me a little more, I won't say not more respect, but makes me prouder, makes me want to do better and to go harder and to work harder for our people and our troops. I mean, because honestly, like it's yeah, I can't even describe it, yo. It's honestly it's life changing. It's life changing.
We have a question. Someone is asking. It's Snack of Africa. It's a really good brand. One of the ingredients, what should I say, product I use here in Ghana. She's asking, what is Gullah? Can you share a little of the similarities with West African culture and what was preserved in Gullah culture?
Hold on, I don't know if you can hear me. It's a truck. It's a truck. Can you hear me? It's kind of loud.
I can hear the talk, but just yeah.
All right. So what is Gullah? Well, the Gullah Geechee culture is one of the cultures, or the main culture in the United States of America that held on to most of its West African roots through language, through music, through food, spirituality. So, you know, we held on to a lot of the ways of those who came enslaved. You know, we see it in a lot of the dishes that we eat, like okra soup. You know, we do a dish called red rice, which is basically the same thing as jollof or benachin. It's just the similarities through dance, through songs, through spirituals that are sung that have relationships to the continent, things that came with us. We didn't let go of a lot of things, and so we hold on to a lot of our West African roots. And Gullah culture, the Gullah language came about through all these different tribal groups from West Africa that were enslaved to come up with this kind of English Creole that is specifically rooted in West African tribal languages with hints of English, maybe a little bit of Spanish, but mainly English. It's an English-based Creole language that's dominated by a lot of Africanisms.
Awesome. That's a good one. If you have more questions, please shoot. I'm going to go ahead and ask Dennis more. One thing I'm very curious about, because I know how excited you were to visit the motherland. Was that your first trip to West Africa?
Was that my first time?
Yeah.
No, that's my third time on the continent. I was in Angola. I was in Angola last August. And then I was in the Republic of Benin in March of last year.
Okay, that's awesome. So for this last trip, what did you like the most about the whole trip? What was the highlight for you?
You know what I like mostly? Just the people. You know, like we had this strange, like this dynamic that, you know, African Americans, Afro Caribbeans, you know, continental Africans, that we don't like each other or there's differences, but every time I go on the continent, it's been nothing but love, it's been nothing but respect, it's been nothing but like exchanging contacts, staying in touch with each other. You know, so for me, it's just really getting to know people and those who are actually out here really like who understand that we really need each other. And like for me, that's the beautiful thing. And also being in Casamance in the rice region and seeing the rice and just being around that and like knowing that that is one of the big kind of connectors with us. That was huge too.
Okay. So we have another. I have a question, but let me shoot this one first. Personal Chef said, who inspired Chef DJ Dennis? Hopefully, that's not a cliche.
Hold, hold on, Chef. Hold on.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm out. I'm on my porch. I'm on my porch, so they picking up the trash. But sorry. Ask that again, please.
She said, "Who inspires Chef DJ?" Hopefully, that's not a cliche question. So, who inspired?
Who inspires me? There's so many people. You know, obviously, my culture, our people, the love I have for us in the African diaspora. You.
Oh.
You know, you, Chef Binta. You know, chefs who are authentic, who share their culture, share their roots. Chef Pierre Charm. I don't even want to start naming chefs because I'll leave out people, but you know, a lot of the chefs who are out here doing the work. You know, I'm inspired by, you know, my ancestors. You know, those who survived for me to be here to do what I'm doing. Yeah, and I am inspired by our culture throughout the African diaspora. I am inspired by our people, knowing our greatness and where we come from.
That's a good one. Also, another thing, because there is a trend right now when it comes to African cuisine and also the diaspora, the connection. And I feel like we are given a voice right now as chefs. And it's amazing, honestly. That's why we can really share so much more. And our cuisine is so rich. I always say this, we are more than jollof rice. We have so much more. And it's almost like we have a movement right now. It's a very rebel, for lack of a better word, movement that is going around African cuisine, and just like you know, from the diaspora to back home. What do you hope for us as chefs to really achieve with this attention that we have right now? And how do you think we can really push as African chefs from the diaspora better? Like, how can we use our voice rightly?
We got to work together. Number one, we got to connect, because as with anything, it's trends. And believe me, this trend of, you know, oh, look at the lights on us being shown. Soon that's going to go away, and what we going to go back to is us doing our own thing. So we really need to be connecting, using the opportunity, using our using our connections to benefit each other, build these bridges, and work together. Honestly, really, we need to be working together to build a bigger future for each other, to build safety nets for each other too. Because believe me, we hot right now, and people, this whole trend can be dropped from the mainstream. And at the end of the day too, we don't need the mainstream. It's good that it's putting light on us, but we really need to be using this light to connect with each other and work together.
No, that's true. And do you think we are representing it enough?
You know, I think we are. You know, it's a work in progress. It goes with, you know, like I just said, us just connecting, us continue to do work together, and understand that we are more similar than we are different. And we have, you know, we have one big agenda to bring back the greatness. The continent is already great, but to come and support our brothers and sisters on the continent and throughout the diaspora, but especially on the continent, because that is the epicenter of our culture and roots.
That's very true. People, please, if you're just joining in, we are here for all the questions. I really want to drill Chef DJ today. Payback for drilling me in the kitchen, but we love it. We are here for the questions. So for now, I'll ask you, this is the common chef's questions. What's the one ingredient you can't do without in your kitchen right now, in your pantry, and every other day? What's that one ingredient?
Man, that's a good question. One thing?
One.
I mean, Rice, because with rice I can do a million things with it, I guess, right? Rice.
So, okay.
Yeah, we right.
That's a good one. And how about a chef's tool? What's the one tool you can't do without?
A good utility knife, a universal knife. You know, just one that's good. You can slice, you can chop, dice. A good utility knife. You know, one of those like kind of little, not the big chef knife, but like a little smaller, the slimmer one. A utility knife.
That's a good one. What's your comfort food?
Okra.
I tried okra rice, by the way. I'm still thinking of that dish. It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah, okra for sure. I love okra. I mean, I can eat it raw, steamed, slippery and slimy. I just love okra. So I love growing it. I love watching it grow. So yeah, okra. Anything with okra.
And what's the one food, I would say, I don't want to say dish, that is a guilty pleasure to you? What's the one thing you love so much and you know probably not good for you?
Fried shrimp.
Okay.
Yeah, our local shrimp I just love. I can eat fried shrimp all day. That's not good, but good. Yeah, fried shrimp.
Guilty pleasure. So you have a question here. It says, what is your favorite dessert in America and in Africa?
Ooh, you know, I'm not a very big sweets person, but let me think. Wow. Sweet potato pie, maybe sweet potato pie. I like it's a dish that my mother does. Is really indigenous to the Native Americans here. It's called blackberry and dumplings.
Okay.
So like you take like blackberries, or you could do blueberries and put it in the pan. Sprinkle a little sugar on there, a little lemon juice if you want, and you just do like this biscuit dough. That was like the American style biscuits we do in the South. You take the raw dough, you put it on top.
Yes.
Put a lid on it and let it steam until the berries come out and like get all like juicy and the dough cooks, and add it with a little ice cream. So blackberry and dumplings. Yeah, I love that a lot.
That's really good. What about drinks in US and West Africa?
So that last part, the links.
Yeah, what's like what drinks do you really like, both in the States and in West Africa?
Oh, say drinks?
Yes.
Well, I baobab. I drink baobab. Yeah, and when I'm in West Africa, baobab. I love baobab. I love the juice. It's so good. Bisap.
Yeah.
Obviously here, you know, we love our tea, like our sweet teas, our peach tea. You know, we do pineapple tea. We love to do like a thing called some people call it swamp water here, which is like tea and lemonade and like ginger ale soda mix. So yeah, so those kind of my favorites, and I love ginger juice, ginger beer.
Ginger beer, it's really good.
Yeah,
all
ginger beer. Yeah.
And I have another one. What would you, if you were talking to your younger chef BJ Dennis, or any young chefs out there, what would you say?
You gotta be passionate, and you gotta love this business. You gotta be passionate about it. You gotta be passionate. I think if you're not passionate, I mean, it just becomes a mindless job. So you gotta be. I think just being passionate about cooking, being passionate about culture, just having a passion for it. You know, if you got a passion for it, you know, it'll take you far.
Awesome. Snack of Africa said half and half. So you mean like ginger and sobolo?
Say that again.
Half and half.
Oh, the tea.
Half and half. I guess like half of the drinks mixed together.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do like a half. Like,
DJ, what do you think about fusion? Because we've been seeing a lot of trend around fusion food, Afro fusion, and all that. What do you think about fusion in general? But in my opinion, before you answer, in my opinion, I feel like, but recently I was in New York. I've visited restaurants that are supposed to be representing African cuisine. And sadly for me, I was a little bit disappointed because I feel like the Chinese never tweak their food. The Japanese never tweak their food. They go all the way. When you're eating Japanese food, you're eating Japanese food. You're eating Chinese, you're eating Chinese. But African food is way too tweaked because we are trying to make it look so good, and we lose like the essence of flavors and the story, the authenticity. What do you think? And I feel like that has a lot to do with fusion. So what do you really think about fusion? I'm telling you, Wale. Someone is backing me. What do you think about fusion?
You know, honestly, before you can get into any fusion or anything, I think people got to study the roots of where the food comes from.
Yep.
Number one, understand what it tastes like at somebody's mother, somebody's granny's house. You know what it really tastes like, what it's supposed to taste like before you start going off and trying to experiment on things. You know what the dish tastes like. And yeah, we need to like just cook our food. You know, cook food. You know, like this. We need to start worrying about trying to make things just and that for different people, and do what our food, like how we like to eat our food.
Yeah.
And you know, and be unapologetic about it.
Oh, unapologetic, that's the word. I totally agree with that. Mame B from Diaspora is asking, can you both chat about the dinner you did at Charleston Food and Wine Festival? If you haven't done
I haven't even been able to even post about that dinner yet, because literally after our dinner I was going to Senegal the next day. But you, Omar, Digby, Sybil, I think y'all made my year last year in the culinary world with that dinner. So thank you. But yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, it was. Well, let me ask you, because you were asking all the questions. How did you feel about it when you walked into that? First of all, when you walked into that space, the Avery Research Center, what emotion?
I cried. Yeah, I literally, I cried like a baby. It was. It was so unreal. I don't know. I felt first when I entered, I felt like I was in Sierra Leone to begin with. Everything reminded me so much of Sierra Leone. And I don't live back home now. I'm based in Accra, Ghana. So it just felt like home. And the people, the culture, things like the basket, I got to. So there's a thing, Sierra Leone in particular, they have a way they weave their baskets. And when you go to Charleston, they weave their basket the same way, exactly the same way we do in Sierra Leone. Even some of the ingredients, the way they call it in Sierra Leone, that's the same way they call it in Charleston. And for me, that was surprising, because I've never had anyone say Benny. And for someone who's been away for so long from home, I am beginning to even forget how we call some of these ingredients. And then I went to Charleston, and all of a sudden you were saying Benny. I was like, wow, really? You're calling sesame Benny? Because that's the only Sierra Leoneans call sesame Benny. So it was mind blowing. It was honestly the best trip I've ever been on. No pun intended. I'm so serious. That's the best trip I've ever been in so far. I've ever taken so far. It was inspiring. The connections were so real. It felt like home, and I really want to go back. So I have to make that happen.
We're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on that.
You have to make that happen, because that trip was too short. So.
No, she did. Yes, she did.
Thank you so much. Well, I just want to say thank y'all so much, everybody. Be honest, they ain't think that we were still without chef. Period. It was irrelevant out here. They had to come at the table, but they needed us. Period. We much appreciated. I love everybody in here for their blackness, their beautiful love. But this is an honor for y'all to come out. It's Deborah, my husband, Frank, Big Papa. That's in here. You know, we still have stuff in this city that we need to be supporting places like this. Black on how long? Since
67 years.
That's right.
67 years. Wow. Cheers to
As places in this city come and go, places in this city come and go, places in the city come and go, we still have things that have been here for a long time. Because they are fast, this is tradition, this is culture. Peace and blessings.
Drop the mic.
Yes, but the dinner was great, and everybody loved all the dishes. The way you did that suya chicken, the shea butter chicken she did, the jalafonio, millet dessert. Oh my gosh, everybody did such an incredible job, and it was such a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, and I am grateful, truly grateful, because
Thank you.
that was a beautiful moment. It was the great way to send me off to Senegal.
It was
So
really,
thank you.
and
How did you like the barbecue? Sorry, how did you like the barbecue you
it
tried?
was amazing. So he did this whole lamb, gosh, and then he did some quails. It was so good. The quails, everything was so perfect. And the okra rice you did, I keep saying I really need that recipe, by the way. I really want to know how did that dish came about? Because I believe there's a story behind that dish, that okra rice dish.
Yeah, so that's one of the many different rice dishes we do here, and only those come from the hands of the enslaved that came from different parts of West Africa. So like we'll do okra rice, seafood rice, crab rice, shrimp rice. We'll do beef and rice, anything with rice. And like the okra rice is really special because for me it talks about that story. The okra coming from West Africa, the rice coming from West Africa, and those one-pot meals that is so important to all of our culture. You know, the one-pot meals. So the name of that rice is called Limpin' Susan. Maybe you've heard about a dish here called Hoppin' John, which is our peas and rice dish that we eat. We eat it all year, but people, say for New Year's Eve, it's a dish that we eat with some collard greens. Supposed to bring good luck, but Limpin' Susan is the wife of Hoppin' John in folklore and local folklore. So that rice dish, the okra rice, is the wife of Hoppin' John. So we call it Limpin' Susan. Limpin' Susan is the wife of Hoppin' John, which is our peas and rice.
Wow, that's really good. I have a few more questions for you guys. Please, let's shoot him. I know one question I have first before I move forward. How is the Gullah community in Charleston? Are they only in the South, Charleston, or how big is the community and how much are they preserving? Because I know you are one person who is on the forefront promoting this and trying to preserve this culture. That's really inspiring, by the way. But I want to know, how big is the community and how are you trying to, keep it together? It's almost like the way I'm afraid of Fulani culture fading away. You know what I mean?
Right. So technically we are it starts from the beginning of North Carolina, like Wilmington, North Carolina, on the border of North Carolina, South Carolina. So like Wilmington, North Carolina, all the way down to like Jacksonville, Florida. But the history of the culture stretches all the way to Mexico and to the Bahamas. But that's a whole nother story. But right now the corridor that we call it is Wilmington, North Carolina, down to about Jacksonville, Florida. But we will say the heart of it is mainly coastal Georgia and coastal South Carolina.
Okay.
So and you didn't really get an opportunity to kind of explore and things like that. You only be in the city, but yeah, it's a good bit of us up and down the coast, and we go about 30 miles inland also off the coast. So yeah, and you know it's important. You know we've lost a lot over the years, but we still hold on to what we have, and I just want to just hold on to what we have, so and get people to understand the importance of what we have.
Okay.
And the importance of living off the land, or at least owning your land and your property, and holding on to old heritage. You know, even though we want to modernize and advance, it's important to hold on to our roots and our heritage. So, I just try to play my role, and there's many others out here just like myself, who are doing their part through art, through language, music, education, history. So, we out here to make sure that we want people to understand that this culture is here, it's not disappearing, it's not going anywhere, but we want to hold on and let our next generations understand who we are.
Sure. And you're doing amazing, by the way. So we have a few questions before we go. Snack of Africa is saying it would be awesome if you both could recreate that dinner experience here in Accra. Definitely. After coronavirus, we are going to plan something. Africa as a whole, we have to do something in the continent, not just Accra. We have to work on that later. Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
God willing.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
For sure. That's got to happen.
Yes. And we have another question. Cosmoto says, Chef BJ Dennis, have you ever cooked with Sea Island red peas?
Yes. I actually grow them. I actually grow Sea Island red peas. Well, Sapelo Island, the Geechee red peas from Sapelo Island, Georgia. I can grab some. I'll bring some. I'll be right back. Let me grab some. So
and she's saying, I'm sorry, I don't know if you're he or she. Okay.
Well, let me go grab them.
Okay. It's Sumter County in South Carolina, Gullah Geechee land.
Say that again.
It's Sumter County in South Carolina, Gullah Geechee Island.
It's not on the coast, but we do consider it a part of the Gullah Geechee.
Okay.
But it's more inland.
Okay. Miss Van Prim, my accent. Yes, I'm from Sierra Leone. She's asking about my accent. I'm from Sierra Leone. My family is from Guinea, Francophone, so yeah, I know it can be a little bit confusing. But
I'm trying to see if I can go on.
Chef Scholar, definitely would love to have you. Sorry I couldn't see you before leaving. I almost missed my flight because there was a mix-up. But that's the peas. I'll see you when next I'm there, and we have to talk soon. That's like we actually have peas here in Ghana.
Well, that's these peas actually. These peas, I mean, they descend from West Africa. So
we have it here.
They had to come. They had to come during the colonial period. So, but yeah, these peas. So yes, that's awesome. The connection, right?
So real. It's so real. So BJ, we've done 34 minutes. Do you have anything you want to say before we check out? It's been really amazing chatting with you, and I've learned a few more things because we were so busy when I was in Charleston. We couldn't make time to really sit and talk, but I think that we have many more years, God willing, to do this. So, one more thing, Chef Binta, make sure BJ gets some good palm wine in the calabash. I'm telling you, I'll take him all the way to Ebui to get some palm wine, fresh one.
Yeah, bringing me back from Senegal, so I need some palm wine. Yes. But no, I appreciate you, really, Chef. I appreciate your story. I appreciate all that you do as a chef in the kitchen, number one, and as a woman doing what you do also, because it's not easy. And I really just appreciate your passion,
Thank you.
your spirit, and everything about you. And we going to, when this coronavirus is over, we're going to work on working with these embassies, getting us back and forth through the continent, throughout the states, through the West Indies, South America, just reconnecting our people through food and getting everybody at the table and letting them know that we are one and we are stronger connected. Right.
Together. And thank you so much also. Thank you for being you. You're really an amazing stand-up guy. I was inspired meeting you, and I know, like I told you, this is only the beginning. We are family now. I really need someone like you in the industry. I truly appreciate you. You're an amazing person, Benis. Amazing chef also. For me, it's always about who you are before what you do. You're an amazing person before a chef. So I'm truly inspired by you, and you're family to me now. Thank you, Jenna. I miss you. Thank you so much. Let's do this again another time.
Yes, we should be doing some. We should be cooking live, cooking similar dishes that are different in our different aspects.
Soon, by the way, so let's tell them we are cooking live very soon. Maybe in the next 2 weeks or less.
We're gonna figure it out.
Yes.
But thank you, chef.
Thank you.
Always.
Take care.
Yes. Take
Bye.
Care.
Roswell, thank you so much.
Thank y'all, everybody.
They marinade? Marination?
Cream sauce.
The sauce?
Yeah.
Okay. And then this is for you season? Yeah. That's good, man. Wow. Yes. Hey. So, you season now, or you season when you fin you after.
When you finish here, put this inside.
And my friend taste.
Merci beaucoup. Superbe. Extraordinaire.
Yeah. Wow.
Chérie Jeff. Allah Akbar. Amazing. Yeah, but you know what? That's like Miyachi and Suya. It's similar. Got that same vibe to it. Tell Papi, I want all of this muta. All right, leave y'all alone.
What's in the paper one? He said it's not beef, but it's not chicken. Is it chicken? No, it's no. Ask him what is it? What is it?
Chicken.
But what is it? Do you know what it is?
Bonjour.
Is that the artist?
Eh?
Is that the artist?
From America. America. From tour. To see Senegal. Yeah, visit. You know, cuisine art. Yeah. Cuisine art.
Beyond it. Moto.
She good?
Okay, you get me now.
And for Modu.
They eat small, oh.
They eat plenty.
No, they eat small, oh.
Why?
Because they get for go.
Okay, then but they are coming back to it. We have fufu and soup. We have venison. We have tea.
So we need space.
Yes. Okay. Eat small.
Right. There's no milk.
I like the fact that it's.
That's milk. That's raw milk from the cow, natural, not processed, not what's the word I'm looking for? Pasteurized. You see the.
So that's just the milk.
Next.
Yes.
Who wants some?
I do. Yes.
But this dairy is totally different than what we see in the States.
Thank you.
That peanut.
Oh, and that's peanut
If
in
you
it.
have peanut allergies.
Sorry, my dear. Let me get out your way.
Actually, it's not bad.
Oh, I see the sugar.
This is the power of social media. Because Modu saw that I was coming, and he told me, if you're not going, please connect Brother Twitty with my mother.
What?
I don't think you met Modu.
No.
Yeah, but he's a
God,
big
that's
fan
amazing.
of you.
Yeah, Moody, that's the brother we met in
New
Wow.
Orleans, yeah.
I feel like
I was saying power of social media because Modu, when he saw I shared the trip, he was like, "Hey, y'all need to connect with my mother." He said, "BJ, if you're not going, please let Twitty know because he's a big fan of yours."
Wow.
So,
What an honor.
You drink milk?
Wow. I'm so happy to be here.
Did you believe, right?
yeah, and I met him like 2 years before that.
I might even have a picture of him.
What is this? It's peanuts and rice. Pounded peanuts and rice. Yes, Auntie.
Cooked and pounded or pounded and cooked?
Peanuts could be
Cooked,
cooked.
then pounded or pounded
Oh,
and
pounded
then
and cooked.
Peanuts, probably pounded.
cooked? Boiled first and then pounded.
I'm not getting you. I'm
I
going
think.
to start my benefit.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. Okay.
We pounded in onion,
Yes.
tomato, saltfish, and yet. That's snail.
What's yet? Oh,
Yes,
snail.
Yes, that's it. So that's what we after fry the fish.
And you're making benachin.
Yes, venison.
Can you tell me what's in there again?
It's in onion, sweet tomato, in saltfish,
Okay.
and yet. Yes.
Okay.
You call it snail.
Yes. The tomatoes are from here.
Yes, we have them from here.
You make them in.
No, I bought them from the market.
No, I know, but it's grown.
Yes,
in
yeah.
the Gambia.
Let me show you some of it.
Okay. Let's
Just
see.
say this one.
You have the options on the side. The big pot is the straight off the cow, and then the can.
Let me double check with Auntie.
So don't miss this. This is very interesting.
Auntie,
Yes.
you cook the rice with milk or no?
Just the rice, just with the
Just with the water.
yes, just the water.
Okay, I'll let him know. No, you good? What's happening? Wi-Fi will go live and tag Modu.
Oh yeah.
You know,
You don't have data.
if she has Wi-Fi, I can connect on her Wi-Fi and do it, but no big deal.
How is it?
Yeah.
I haven't tried it yet.
Wow. Upstill, meat upstill. Yeah. Yes, we cook that one with okra and spinach. Yeah. You eat that one. But you do you eat catfish? Do you like a comb? Yeah. Okay, but you don't like a super canyon.
Calm, catfish. Yes.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Thank you.
And I could do this.
So you follow here, but it's going back up because
Yes,
right. Yeah, really.
This one is coming from.
We're chefs. We understand. You just put everything inside.
No, the yarn is first. What's already hot? Maybe.
And see, the oil that was in there, it was oil for the fish.
We try the fish.
You put salt inside.
Salt and lime.
Salt and lime.
Lime, yes. You don't normally wash fish. You know when you wash it, it has this
Smell.
smell. So if you want it to get a nice smell,
Your mother?
Yeah.
Your mother? Modu is your brother?
Yeah.
That's my friend in America. Yes.
What's your name?
VJ. That's how we connected. He said, you have to come see my mother in Gambia. Yes. And this lady is your sister?
No, she was working in the house.
Oh, she works.
I came to help.
Oh, what is her name?
Salad.
Solans.
Solans.
Nice to meet you. She speaks no English.
She just tried.
She speaks French? French? Bonjour.
You put like water inside.
water, but not now.
Okay.
To cook the vegetable
Okay.
and the rice.
Okay. And what is it called, this dish?
Benachin.
Benachin.
Fish benachin.
And benachin is a traditional Gambian
Jollof rice.
Oh, it's jollof rice.
No, we call it benachin.
Okay. Oh, the real jollof.
The real red rice.
The real
No,
jollof.
this one is white benachin.
Oh, it's
You
white
have two.
benachin.
You have red, you have white. So this one I'm cooking the white one.
Okay.
The white one.
Because the red one you would put tomato paste.
Exactly, that's the only
Yes.
difference. Yeah. That's
Okay.
the only difference. That's the only difference.
So you know they grind them and then put inside. The difference is waiting.
You
now.
can grind. You can grind. if
You
you
can
want.
grind all and then put inside with the
Like
fish.
what? Grind what?
Grind the fish, the onions. Like right, that's how we learn.
Yes, you
you
can
grind
grind
the onions, you grind the tomatoes, and you
Right
grind
now, all the time. Yes, yes. I'm using.
Baking is
I'm
cool.
using the manual grinder. I'm grinding the. And right now, I'm grinding the onions for the catfish stew.
Okay.
I'm doing it now. No problem. Since last year, before Christmas, I'm having this pepper with me here.
Listen to me.
And he said,
This is a staple in African cuisine. The French thought, let us shortcut their cuisine because it takes us a long time to get this dry
Seasoning.
thing,
And to get it concentrated properly.
and that's what they do.
All right, yeah, I gotta
And
get
this
some of that.
is
And this is for my
ginger,
and
coconut,
and sugar. And this one is. I made some.
I can't eat it, but I know Tanya's gonna love it.
This one is the groundnut.
What's that? This groundnut?
Groundnut with milk, sugar, and a bit of ginger.
Is it dry?
You can have it. You can taste it.
It's like sweet peanuts.
Yeah, just like we call back home.
Now let me show you the peanut
You
itself.
call it,
I have a bit of the peanut itself. Boy, try them.
What is the word I'm looking for?
That might be.
My God.
That might have a milk.
Is that regular milk?
You
Or
like
coconut milk?
Huh? Well, this milk one is this milk I use. That's the
That's
peanut.
crazy.
Any milk.
That's what it is.
Look at that's the crap the peanut.
Yes.
You know you have good one and you have bad. This is a good one.
Right.
Yes.
That's,
And this is the one I cook the pap with.
that's African peanuts right
Yes.
there.
This is what I use. This is what I use. You see how the pepper is hot.
Auntie, I go buy 3 jars.
I have a lot in the fridge. I've always grind it. I'll make fresh one for you.
Yes, please.
I put it in a plastic container so it won't
Yes, so it wasn't.
Yes.
This pepper, try it. Try it. It is absolutely
What do you
delicious.
call this?
hot pepper sauce.
Hot pepper sauce.
That's your stuff for Mono. That thing is nice. And it's, when you're eating a benefit, you eat it with you, enjoy it. With the rice.
With the rice.
Wow.
I'm gonna make myself comfortable.
Of course. Let me put on the fan for you.
Good.
It's gorgeous, right?
Good. Yeah, I'm gonna get me a bowl of that stuff.
I know, right?
Yeah, today. Come here with this fan, do ya?
Modu was not lying. He wasn't lying to me. Modu said, my mother, one of the best cooks in Gambia.
The fan, put them on. They say, I've labeled everything.
That's for
I've
Modu.
packed it, yes.
Okay.
The honey, she said you want honey, you want this, you want everything in fact.
Wait, Auntie, let me give you your things all.
Hot pepper, so I'm going to make it for you tonight. so that you can get it for. When are you leaving tomorrow? Where?
Tomorrow. Master, this one or thank you.
Ma, if they ask whether we don't get ice block, I tell say no. No, the other man. Yeah, so I tell us we get box juice. Like orange and this, so we're able to put that in my fridge. For that man, we get.
Yes, okay, add some juicy one.
Yeah, it's all that. It's all that drink at the lunch. I tell you, yes. So like, if I tell us we make good, so we put that in.
Okay, take it with me.
Great idea. Put some on here for me. Thank you. Thank
So
you.
that's why I say let me leave a little bit of ground for you to see.
We'll do this. Package coming back for you, Baba. I figured he would have me some stuff back. Which is nice.
Where do you grow the peanuts?
Well, I bought them. And you know, right now it's difficult. You know, like these peanuts, the one selling it now is from Guinea. Guinea. You have the best one from Guinea. Because you know peanuts is very, very, very dangerous. You know, especially they have holes. Yes. That's why after rainy season, I don't buy my peanuts from here. Yes. You know why?
Yeah.
Yes, because
you get holes.
And it start having this fungus or something like that.
It's like
Something
worms or
inside.
something?
Yes. So that's why I decided for that.
DJ, what do you
People
want?
are left.
Benny.
They were.
Local Benny too, not the Asian variety.
Raw group. Like they were actually.
Yeah, that's the one thing. They were very good. People don't know about that.
Okay, and like he's just like, no, they're terrorists. They're terrorists. I'm like, no, they terrorists.
See if they came out all right.
Believe this man. I'm like, you should know by now they were not.
The flash is on.
Oh, yeah.
It's good.
Beautiful. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
This is pepper. Big pepper. Yeah. But I didn't put pepper. I don't know whether people want pepper. Can you? Number 2.
Carne. Hey,
That's carne.
mommy, look, the truth is a hot pepper.
Ah,
On my neck all the time.
It's nice.
The salty mouth.
That one.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
It's okay. Like pepper is hot.
Yes.
This one has.
We weren't doing it outside.
How did it get like that?
Okay, then come on. For you people in the supermarket, the clean one is there already. That's the white one, like
Right,
this.
exactly.
But for Africa, we have to process it. There is no machine here. You have
Hands.
use human.
Can you show me how to do that?
Then
Yeah,
wait, she's coming.
Yeah, we're gonna
But for
go
you
through
people,
the
it's going to
process.
be easier for you because the clean one is already in the supermarket.
Right.
It's just for you to boil it
Right.
and process it.
Right.
I don't want that.
Is this what you want? That's the one I want.
We can buy some at the market, right? We can buy this at the market.
Yes, but the process, how you will pound it.
No, my sister, we get that one.
Oh, now get that for pound now, eh?
We get that.
Okay,
We
then no
keep pound
problem.
Yes. That's what he's saying. We keep pound down.
Okay, then no
Just show
problem.
us how to do it.
Yeah, one more time.
So English is straight out of Farm Field, VA. Now what you gotta say?
My family's from Farmville.
That's my family.
Are you serious? Farmville what?
Virginia.
My family's from Farmville, Virginia.
For real?
I'm not kidding you.
We need to check this one. Our family is up Vincent.
No.
I have my grandmother's own ancestry.
You know, y'all know Farmville is like a small little.
Oh, yeah. So when you rub the skin like this,
You see, it comes off.
Right.
oh,
Exactly. It's just like the rice process. All of it.
Right. Just like
the rice process.
And groundnuts when you have to put
Groundnuts, exactly.
Which I don't think you eat the whole thing. You don't have to pound it out because that's your nutritional value.
Because I have them in the
That's
restaurant.
covering it.
Mine are like this.
Yeah.
Just like this, and I just roast them off and eat them.
Because the stuff in the supermarket,
they like everything is white like them.
yeah, but the stuff in the supermarket, the Asian variety, nowhere near
A
this.
lot of the flavor is like this. What do you think?
we have to wash it because when we make it, it will be dark in color.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's dark in color.
So what do you make out of this? What do you make once you take the skin off? What do you make with it?
She's making Benny cakes.
Oh, you making the Benny cakes?
Yeah. With this one, then we can make ogi.
What's ugi?
Ogi is something that smells.
Fermented?
It's fermented one.
Ogiri. Yeah, it's like the Nigerian.
The mustard.
Cassava leaf.
Yes, but they ferment this and they use it as a seasoning, right?
Yeah.
Remember we did the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like
some people use
Exactly.
what they
So
call
it's
mustard.
fermented.
smells.
They let it sit.
It's the mustard, the African mustard.
Same way they did with the corn, the fermented corn fufu that we had.
Yeah, in Benin.
Yes,
Benin.
corn
Yeah.
also they use corn to make fufu.
Right.
Yeah, and they ferment it sometimes.
Fermented one, yeah.
Right.
They grind the corn, put it inside of water. That's the time to ferment.
Right.
And we call it agidi.
Agidi.
Yes, we call it agidi. They cook it like just like this.
Right.
Yeah, we call it agidi. We also use that.
But this one, when you use it as a seasoning, you add weight into it and then ferment it. I can't remember what the process was. It was pounding, and then you grind it and into a paste,
And they let it sit.
and
for
then you
like-
let it sit, and then it
Like 2
it has
days.
this flavor. It's almost like a stinky cheese.
Yes.
Yeah.
It depends on the way they process it.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you take your time to process it, it smells, the thing it's not that too much.
Right.
It gives you a very nice smell.
Right.
But when you don't process it the right way, it stinks too much.
Right.
And after processing it, you find the leaf. If you have banana leaf, you
Yes.
wrap it on the banana
Wrap
leaf.
it, right.
And you smoke it like in the oven.
Ah.
Wow, it gives a nice smell.
Okay, so you do this, you pound it, and then you grind it. I think we added salt to it.
Yeah.
right?
Yes, you added
Salt to it,
for the fermentation.
and then you let it sit.
How long do you let this sit for when you ferment it? Sometimes it depends. It's like 3 days, 4 days. For you to leave it to ferment well and have a nice brown color. For us, sometimes we will put it under the sun. Right. Onion.
So I got Virginia lettuce and
The okra.
That's some true
So what?
Creole.
Say it again. What you're making, you said it takes like
For me, this
tomorrow to
is so
make.
important because it retraces things that we were doing in the Lowcountry that is no longer.
Oh, this is small.
You know, that's documented.
So, but when you make it,
Talking
you
about
preserve it. And you preserve it.
The way to preserve
Fermented
it
sesame,
is the leaf.
how to use it, and potato leaves, cassava leaves, and all documents in the Lowcountry by them backwards saying the Gullahs of the Sea Islands using ground vinegar in their soups and stews.
Right.
This is that connection, the conversation. This is the thing
But we
that
can see this at the market.
why you want me there
Instead of that.
to bring
Which market? Not all
back.
markets have them.
Is there a
You want
market?
to buy.
No, we want to see.
I don't know if Auntie Alice.
Auntie said she will take us to the market.
Okay.
If she have it here with her.
She said she will take us to the market.
Auntie Alice, where the ogi you work inside you get here?
Yes.
Bring her and let them see.
That one is bigger. Maybe the same size.
It's the same size, but
How
what
many
if
fish
she
you
will make them two? No, I say if you get big one. If I don't eat it, we just make one.
Auntie, bring the other one over.
Nine faster, one of the bit are quicker commodity.
Oh, no.
Then not the big one.
I will do this one.
No, wait, later go and take it. That one is better, the big one. We just put one and for all we move from there. Yeah. This is very small. This is very small. My own, I have the big one. Very big.
So this is smelling good here. I'm telling you, this is the best side. Wow.
It's the best side.
Because you will know if it is going to be good or not. Because the sauce is coming.
Oh, yes.
So you see how it is on the surface.
My friend, my mate, yes. Like Ogiri is good about
Okay, so is that sesame and milk?
No, that's pure West African.
What?
Which is also sesame.
Right.
It's sesame. That's also, this is sesame.
Benny is...
we call it Benny, but the
Sierra
English
Leone.
word,
In Sierra Leone,
in
Benny.
English word is sesame.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I said, which is also
Yes,
sesame.
sesame, yes.
But the West African sesame has a lower oil content
Yes,
than
they
the
go
Asian
rice.
sesame.
They go the local rice.
And it's more nutritional.
So, but in terms of creating the oil, which one has a higher crash point? The Mbene or the Asian sesame?
The Asian higher smoke point.
Right, yeah. So it won't burn as quickly.
Right, but this one is better. In the old days, in Charleston, the Gullah people would process for oil.
Yes, for oil. Even up to now, some people process it, and the oil is very good than the sun oil or Isola oil. Sesame oil does not have.
Can you fry it high with the oil or low?
You fry
fish with these oil?
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes they have it in the supermarket. You see they say sesame oil. The oil is so clean. The oil is pure. It's very good. Very expensive.
From
this one, it has oil.
Not Asia.
No, from this, they have the way they process it. The oil will come out. Even also sometimes when you process it to make the ogiri, when you boil it like fish ball and you put it down like till tomorrow morning, you will see some oil will start coming out. Yeah. They made oil out of this. But we here in Africa, we don't have the machine to process it, to make oil. The India people now, they come to Africa, so get this, how many tons, and take it to India. They process it with oil.
Did you get the processing for? Yeah, at first I don't know why I thought it was millet, so I didn't, because I've seen that process before, so I didn't pay no attention. So did you get any of the processing?
Oh, she about to start. She hasn't started. All they did was just soak it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
Look what I found. Sorry.
Oh, banana leaf and
that's it.
That's the old.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is okay. This is the processed one already.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, wow.
They used to sell it even in America. Some people will come here, they'll buy some stuff. I have one Sierra Leone, the daughters that stay in the US. They buy a lot.
And they buy it and they ship it?
Yes, they ship it to America.
So that's when it's all processed and done.
This is the end of the process.
After 2 days of cooking.
No, for you.
So you follow here?
Ladyfish.
It's funny. She's alone.
Yeah.
That's why everything she's talking.
Batanse or garden egg.
Wow.
Garden egg.
Garden egg.
Wow, that's right. That's right.
gaara seen kii aubergine yi dañoo kii.
bisaab bi defar nañ ko dama leen xaar ba taay defar naa bisaab bi ba pare.
bisaab bu doon naan.
déedéet bisaab naan am na tam.
bisaab nii bëgg.
waaw bëgg.
Maada yow tey du ñu ñibbi de. yow nag loolu la joolaa def rek ah yow Maada yow tey fii na ma ah Maada anti ah loolu la joolaa def rek yow. Maada anti. joolaa lu muy gën bisaab yëpp kële bu gën a bëgg. pël laay gis pël bu def maafe def si bisaab ah loolu nag affaire la.
mais li ma bëgg a gisee damay toog ñoom pour ñu lekk bu ne daa war a am surtout pour soldat dem Guinée.
waaw.
waa ji nee na man tabaski balaa muy yëg ne tabaski am na foog ñu non bi yàpp na ko lan
Your friend knows she knows a lot.
Yes.
So she gotta be like, you gotta look at a picture of her.
So how was this?
Look at a picture of him and you and
Is that good?
okay.
Yeah. It's not to smell. You see when I'm telling you that's
So then you just put that as a seasoning. You use that as a seasoning in food. We don't want.
No, we don't do
English
English
food.
food. No.
Well, this is only for African food.
So you can make
Yes.
crinkle, you can make plasta.
potato leaf, cassava leaf.
Cassava leaves.
So what do you cook the cassava leaves down?
Yes.
Like greens?
The okra I'm coming to cook is okra and crinkle.
Oh,
Combined together.
So like collard greens and
she's making crinkle, which is basically like a palm oil soup.
Yeah, you have to put palm oil there.
It is a palm oil soup. It is out of this world. When it's
Yes.
cooked right, it's the best thing. Right, Michael?
Palm oil soup.
It's tasty.
What do you mean it's tasty?
Don't listen to Michael. Don't listen to Michael.
They put fish in it and he didn't like it.
Very different.
Oh, this is what it looks like when you're done with the process.
We try our best to get him to try the grass cutter. That grass cutter was
So you see now, this is like this is the staple of the rice.
I'm adding more water for the rice so you can cook the rice, the quantity of the rice.
Auntie, please tell me you're using local rice.
Yeah, you use local rice. Well, I can say it's local rice.
Look at this thing.
Got it, local. Auntie, please tell me your rice did not come from a bag from China. Auntie, please tell me your bag is not coming from China.
If you want to go and find the rice,
Y'all
Okay.
amazing.
Now what's this one again?
I don't know. That looks like that's maybe king.
Parsnip or
Might be a parsnip.
Auntie.
Yes.
it's yuca?
Madam, that.
This one is they call it. How do they call it? I don't eat it actually. I don't cook it. When I bought it, they gave it to me free. It's no.
Where? Okay. You have to turn it.
No, building again. I'm gonna know.
Well, I'm not
Turn
Turn it.
Turn up.
Ah.
Oh, you cook?
Oh, yes.
All right, let's go.
And it was other vegetables too.
Yata. Now you know what anyway, please.
Are you a chef?
Huh?
Are you a chef?
Yes.
Okay.
You cook? You chef?
No.
But you cook?
Yes? I can cook African food.
Yes, that's the best.
Yes,
That's the best. Yes. The food that we cook back home, roots, come from Africa food.
Yes.
You know, gumbo. We cook gumbo. The chabujim, we call it red rice in America. In Carolina, where. Yes.
Well, you know how to cook benachin now.
Yes, the original.
Yes.
Benachin.
Benachin.
Yes.
The original is benachin. Domoda. Domoda.
Domada. I don't know. Which one is that?
Peanut sauce.
Peanuts. Yes, I like.
Very good.
Like what you call mafe.
Mafe, yes.
Yes.
But in Fula, in Africa, they call mafe.
Yeah, but here,
Yes.
in your language, what language is that?
Fula.
Fula.
Yes, they call
What?
mafe.
Mafe.
But
What?
in Wolof, they say domada.
So you Wolof?
No.
No, you Fulani.
Yes.
Oh, my friend from Sierra Leone was just in America with me cooking. She's Fulani chef.
Okay.
She lives in Ghana, but she's from Sierra Leone. I'll show you a picture of her, okay?
Okay.
Yes.
But how this one? Palasas.
The greens, the green sauce.
Yes.
Yes, I like it. Chew. I don't know that one. I'll come back and ask. Okay.
Yes. Wow. Oh.
All day.
You have to cook a longer, because the cows that
Put
in
in.
the United States,
This is picanha, you have to cook fast.
This
Yeah.
has more muscle.
More
And
muscle.
more muscle, but, the more dense or tender.
With the ox here?
Yeah.
What do you call him, Wolof?
The ox.
No.
What did you say?
No, the tail of the ox.
This is spring onions.
Again.
Spring onions, pepper and the sesame. That's the sesame. You see?
Yeah.
That's the sesame. It is inside.
Again.
And what do we call that?
Ogiri.
Why man on there? Salam. Man damay jàng si picanha moom. Da nga benn jàng ma ne ko mbaa da ngay
This is spring onions.
def ndox mi.
Auntie, I did taste them in a minute. I did taste the water in a minute.
I want to taste it.
But that,
You want me to do this? Okay, I'll
I
do
want
that.
to do that one.
Yes, no problem. So, man, all must have a view. The fire. Yes, I'll make it grab.
Yes.
Make it quick.
There you go fast.
I'm make
I go fast.
Yes.
Ñu jàpp morceau bi ñu yëkkati ko ñu.
Waaw, moom laa
ñu
bëgg
dolli
a
kool, ñu
def.
dolli kool.
Jox ma bi. Doo takka sa lii. Why you made like a No, it's spring onions.
Oh, spring onion.
Where is the coal?
Now, my grandmother's version was putting the foil and the cloth around it.
Sorry.
Steaming.
The same, the same
It
thing.
doesn't come out, it comes up.
Right.
Steaming.
She'll take that foil and the cloth put in, and the foil and the on top.
Cooking it halfway, so when
Right.
you put it in, it cuts that time, but also ensures the grain for green.
That's it. That's it.
That's why you see Charleston rice steamers.
Right. My grandmother said rice was ruined if it was taken.
Just in general, all rice steamers just in general, but a lot of people don't. When you see in these in like, for instance, Anson Mills, and I know Glenn will watch this story, but when they do that, Sean Brock and all them, or you put a bunch of water and then you cook the rice and you throw it off. No, this is what you do. That's why you get grain for green. That's why their narrative, and I love you to death, Glenn, but this is, you know what time it is. This is what it is. It's the only way I cook my rice. I used to put it in my little steamer, my little sifter, and wrap it, pause steam it. Even with the local rice, because everybody says, oh, it's too sticky, No, you pause steam it. That neutralizes the gluten. So boom, when you put it in the water, it's green for green. You love it. My Baba. Baba. My Baba.
Hey.
Baba. All this going to IGTV.
All right.
Oh,
Hi,
Lord.
IGTV.
Huh?
I said, hi, IGTV.
When we get to upload. And you know we got the legend here.
No, I ain't no legend.
Yeah. You don't think you know legend.
Just a humble cook.
And that's the thing, you see they like, Oh, 5 cups of 5 cups of water, 1 cup of rice. Boil it throw it off, and finish in the oven. No, this is how you do toss steam. Wash your rice.
So this is the okra. I cut it yesterday. I chopped it yesterday and freeze it. Well, chopping it take time. So the super kanja don't want yengali.
No.
It will cut.
It's a small process.
Ah.
Will it get slimy?
Huh?
Will it get slimy?
I cut it with knife.
No, will it, as it's cooking, will it get,
Yes.
I'm not big on the slimy, but okay, man.
I want to taste it.
I love it.
Yeah, because when I cook mine, I don't allow it to get slimy.
Boy dimbale sa yaay ci wañ bi. Bu tege ci rek mu feñ.
Oh yeah, I took some video. I forgot what she said.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
So this is the same thing.
It's also called jute.
Yes.
Oh, jute leaf.
Yes.
Okay.
Like what they make rope out of?
Haitians love jute.
Ngeen xam ne.
Lay Papa Ndiaye jëwelon ko.
Ah, no góoru yaayam. Ko góoru yaayam a ngi nii. Ko góoru yaayam a ngi nii.
Hey, dara du doy. Hello.
They said barracuda.
Yeah, barracuda.
Steam it?
No, we burn it.
Smoke?
Yes. This is now. Kanya dafa am ndox. So kanya xamante dama ko fuy. Waaw. Dama dafa glacé. So ndox bi dafay wàcc. So nga su fekkee def nga ndox bu bari dafa yolo.
Nga xaar ndox bi ci bi wàcc.
Exactement. Ooh, you don't pound it too hard though, like rice.
Oh, because it's tiny.
Yeah, yeah.
Tahini.
Right.
Are you trying to do both?
Hello.
Oh no. Oh no.
What happened? Oh, well, we'll just tell her not to put some aside. Let me let her know.
Yeah, for Michael too, because he won't be able to eat it. No, but Michael can't eat the saltfish.
I know. That's what I told her.
He can work around it, but he can't eat it. He said something about the African saltfish.
Yes.
Maybe one time, then it's done.
One more time, you said?
One more time?
Yeah, because there's a little bit. So here's the issue with why people don't use the local rice is just this. Like cleaning the process is exactly the same,
Right.
and you can't always 100% make it.
Dara jël rek denc day yàgg sax fii. Du benn fan la day jël liggéeyam dafa yomb. Liggéeyam daf day yàgg da ngay nobal ñaambi bi. Liggéeyam ay dina mu sax weer. Dafa dem sax. Déedéet bu ko. 1 month. Waaw pour denc ko. Wow, man dama gën lu bari parce que dama ko jaay suma restaurant. So dama ci gën lu bari.
Cheese. This is cheese.
Oh, no, it's fufu.
Oh, fufu.
Yeah, cassava fufu.
Wow, comme Rui la sax loolu. Moom Mali la dëkk quoi léegi moo invité ci appartement bi dafay naan kaay Mali. Sama appartement moo dugg Dakar quoi. Loolu lay toog mais loolu comme Rui la.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Jesus
Blessings.
So they're there. Like I said, that's like you have to become those teachers. It's like what y'all doing. This is all this here. This is just going to accentuate what we do. You know what I'm saying? On another level.
And of course, we've lost this generations ago.
Yeah.
Because of modernization.
Right.
We don't have to do this no more. And Jim Crow. Because Benny production in South Carolina stopped right at the 20th century. Outside of a few people still going in their backyards, but
oh, there's sand inside.
Yes, no matter
oh,
what
I see it. Yes.
What's that?
You always have sand, she says.
Wait, sand
A little bit of sand.
A little bit of sand ain't gonna hurt.
Yes.
You probably consume more sand than that.
Yeah.
In the last couple of days.
I know for
So
a
you
fact.
had a little bit of sand in there. I washed more than that off in the shower this morning. I'm telling you. You know what I mean?
right.
A little bit of sand ain't gonna hurt you.
All ngene bana gena yatu. Waaw, bi mo gena yatu mo gena civilisé. Waaw. Why?
So it's a different type of land. This one's sweeter but bigger.
So our produce, they pick it before it's ripe, and then they expose it to chemical basically that makes it change color.
Right.
But it doesn't actually get ripe. You don't get the same flavor. You don't get the same aroma. It's like you ever walk into like a I don't know
That
if
rice
you guys
is
say
beautiful.
right now.
Yeah.
You pick up a bell pepper and smell it, and you don't smell nothing.
Right, absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
because
Well, like,
they pick them before they're ripe.
You can pick a peach and let it sit and ripen.
Yeah, yeah.
But picking a peach when it ripes on the trees is a whole other level.
Yeah, yeah, it's different.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can pick a mango when it's almost ripe on the tree and let it sit and put it in the brown bag and let it ripe. But picking it off the tree when it ripes is just different level.
Flavor profile.
Okay. No problem.
Good.
It's because you're a hero. It's because you're a hero. You know who Corey?
No.
Wilson?
Mm-hmm.
Wilson.
Fufu.
Johnson. But not from that area. I think I was getting up there yet.
I thought you meant like
No problem.
Not the good kind.
I want that.
Oh no.
I don't know. Now the last one they do so.
You might say one go with some.
No problem.
I say plenty. You can talk for it. I don't do commercial.
Okay.
Yes.
No problem.
Then this now, if you get light cloth, let's forget them for a while before they eat. Let it.
Okay. Go take that table yonder.
Yeah, what the table?
Look yonder.
You go there.
Yeah, pick up cloth, can you?
Yeah, wait.
We're still here cooking with Auntie. Such beautiful. Been a chin? Modu, your sister. She loves you. She misses you. She wants you to come home.
When did I hire your thing?
Maybe I will put up
Huh?
spoon it.
So do I want to make a wash now? Wash now.